Good morning, I'm Macy Eglund. A New Hyde Park man is expected in court today, accused of trying to kill his parents while they were sleeping. Joshua Wilk was arrested late Saturday night on Cherrywood Drive in New Hyde Park. Police say he attacked his parents with a knife in their bedroom. The couple in their 60s suffered severe lacerations. We're told they're in critical but stable condition. Police say a Center Reach man was driving on drugs when he killed another man in Coram. 25-year-old Nicholas Doxtator pleaded not guilty yesterday. Police say he hit and killed Raymond Hubbard of Coram on Saturday night. Hubbard was trying to cross Middle Country Road when he fell out of his wheelchair and onto the road and was hit. 5 people were displaced after a fire engulfed their Uniondale home. That fire broke out yesterday afternoon. Thankfully, though, no one was home at the time. Firefighters did, though, rescue 4 dogs from the home. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. The Red Cross is assisting the displaced residents. Only in Newsday, Long Island schools reported an over 50% surge in cyber incidents. Education Department records obtained by Newsday show 35 attacks on schools in 2023. Officials say human error was the cause of 16 of those breaches. Right now, schools are responding with additional training and data deletion. Tenants are celebrating with a new affordable housing development going up in Farmingdale. Drew Scott has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
A celebration is underway in Farmingdale. Years ago, Latinos in a nearby apartment building were evicted. It was part of an organized effort, say the plaintiffs, to kick immigrants out of town. Soon, some of those families will be coming back to this new 3-story apartment building. The immigrant families sued in federal court, and the village settled 10 years ago this week, thanks to the efforts of Hofstra law students and Professor Stefan Krieger.
It's a model of people that are willing to fight polarization in our communities and are willing to work together.
Latinos now account for nearly 13% of the population of Farmingdale. 12 years ago, a new village mayor, Ralph Ekstrand, decided the right thing to do was to settle.
Well, I think it is a win-win for everybody.
Hispanic organizations praised the settlement, and Mayor Ekstrand says attitudes are changing in his village.
I think it's great. I've always considered Farmingdale a melting pot.
Part of the settlement led to this $35 million apartment building construction. It will soon be filled with working families granted below-market rents. Sterling Green features 71 affordable housing units. It will open in June.
No, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother me. I think it's a place for everybody to be.
Most neighbors like the new building, and Christina Ruiz Diaz, one of those who battled the village and attended strategy meetings, says people are happy after what they went through.
The units in this building are a testament to what working together as a community can bring about.
A lottery to select tenants will be held in the spring. In Farmingdale, Drew Scott for NewsdayTV.
You can read more about the affordable housing project on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. A former Hofstra softball star is making a name for herself at MLB's spring training. This weekend, Jen Powell became the first woman in 17 years to umpire a spring training game at that level. She called the Grapefruit League opener between the Astros and Nationals, and it could lead to a big league future.
I love being on the field the whole time. It's in my DNA. It's just in my DNA. I think catching, playing multiple sports throughout my career, coaching a little bit on the side, things like that, I think all of that has culminated to help me be ready to be an umpire. This is the 18th year, 10 in amateur and 8 now in pro, so it's just sort of all coming together.
That's for sure. Powell's journey reflects a growing push by MLB to accelerate diversity on the field. And for Powell, as she mentioned, it would be a culmination of the lifelong journey of hard work that started on the mound at Hofstra University. Congratulations to her. After 30 years, nearly 30 years, finally, some answers and closure after a Gilgo Beach murder victim's remains were identified. It's a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Surprised or shocked? Never felt that, anything like that would happen to any member of my family.
Diane Doherty is speaking about Karen Vergata, who up until last year was considered missing since 1996. Vergata has now been identified as a Gilgo Beach murder victim, formerly called Jane Doe number 7. Her partial remains were discovered on Fire Island the year she went missing, but the rest of her body wasn't found until April of 2011 near Jones Beach.
Suffolk District Attorney Ray Tierney in August identified her as this 10th victim through genetic genealogy, which is what the FBI has been using to assist in the case.
Newsday's Anthony DiStefano has been looking into her life since she was identified and the path that ultimately led to her death at just 34 years old.
She had a life that had a lot of promise.
Vergata was born in Roslyn and raised in Glen Head, attending North Shore High School. She had 2 children, Gary and Eric, now 35 and 33. After losing custody of them at a young age, they were adopted by a couple in Wisconsin.
She knew that she was not capable, she was not willing or able, maybe, to give up her drug addiction.
For a while, Doherty says they would all get together and that Vergata had a good relationship with the kids.
She had a sweet personality. She presented herself well every time I saw her.
But when the boy's birth father died unexpectedly, court records obtained by Newsday show Vergata's life took a turn.
And her life after that became a series of drug arrests and loitering for prostitution arrests in New York City.
In February of 1996, Vergata disappeared. Now finally found, her boys have some closure, and Doherty says there's a sense of relief.
I am happy. I'm very happy. The boys are very happy. They were worried about her. They found out what had happened.
Now they're in the process of getting Vergata's remains from Suffolk police so she can be cremated and eventually buried with her boys.
She didn't just abandon them totally, and it was not her choice. Somebody made the choice for her in a very brutal way.
Vergata's death has not been linked to Rex Heuermann, who's been charged with killing 4 women found near Gilgo Beach. The search for who's responsible continues nearly 3 decades later. You can read more about the Gilgo killings investigation on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Newsday Sports is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
Newsday Sports now. 5 wrestlers from Long Island are celebrating state titles. Carissa Kelman has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
5 Long Islanders took home a state title here at MVP Arena in Albany. Cold Spring Harbor crowned its 3rd state champion in school history in Grayson Meek. He redeemed his loss to Tavio Hoos in last year's state final, and he says he's been waiting for this moment all season.
No matter how well I did, I was always just waiting for states to come around, waiting for this chance to get my victory back, redemption. And now that's finally here. It feels great.
Another state runner-up avenged his 2nd place finish last season with a thrilling win. It was Shoreham-Wading River's Gavin Mangano who turned in a pin for his 1st state crown. Division II's 3rd state champion was Braden Farback of Mount Sinai. He topped off an undefeated season with a back-to-back state crown, defeating his previously undefeated opponent 6-5. In Division I, Devin Downs of Plain Edge took home his 1st state title with a 6-4 decision. He says it was an incredible feeling to accomplish a goal he set before the season.
Put this goal in my head the second I walked out of states last year. I said I'm going to be a state champion. It was so exciting just to see my parents and my family all excited. It's all I wanted was just to see them happy.
In his 4th year in the state tournament, Wanta's Joseph Clem earned his 1st state title. He handed his opponent his 1st loss of the season and ended his senior career as a state champion. From Albany, I'm Carissa Kelman for Newsday TV.
Big congratulations to them, and you can read more about those wrestlers on Newsday.com. Again, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. All right, let's take a look at your hyperlocal forecast now. Sun and clouds making it pretty mild today. We'll have highs around 46 degrees or so. Enjoy it. Tonight, mostly in the upper 30s, so not too terrible. A few places getting a little further down, closer to freezing at 34 degrees. But tomorrow, warmer. Unfortunately, it'll come with a little wet weather. We'll be up around 51 degrees, but check out your futurecast. You see that rain moves through late Tuesday night and continues through Wednesday, so you'll definitely want to keep an umbrella ready. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, bit of a roller coaster this week, from the 30s to the 50s.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
When you're covering the courts, it's paramount that you get your information from a trusted source. I feel that at Newsday here, we're documenting Long Island history every single day.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for joining us here on Newsday TV. Hope you have a great day.